we're very excited to connect with you today, Claire. She is a founding partner of Corado Pastrana LLC, which is the immigration firm for couples. So I know, Claire, I was looking around your website, and I know that you and your firm are focused on helping couples deal with the complexity of the immigration process, and that you guys are taking a little bit more of a unique approach in how you do that. So on that note, again, I want to thank you for being here with us today. And
thanks for having me.
Of course.
Excited to be here.
Yes. And so to kick things off, why don't you go ahead and start sharing with our audience today your message and how you developed your passion?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the passion is sort of on the personal side. I've actually been married to a wonderful immigrant for many years. He's now a U.S. citizen, although he said you can't take the Guatemalan out of him. He's a dual citizen. And actually, my law partner is also married to an immigrant. And so that's really how we both ended up becoming immigration lawyers, and one of the reasons why we like focusing on that specific niche within immigration law.
Mm-hmm.
But with this website project, that we did with NGNG, it was really, we want to move into providing services in a more modern way. As lawyers, we tend to be a very antiquated industry, and things have been done the same way. We swapped out our typewriters for computers, and that's like about all that's changed. And so we are excited because we're coming sort of at the forefront of those big changes in the industry, and the first, nationwide immigration law firm specifically for couples. So we're super excited about the launch of this website.
Awesome. I love that, because I've had, quite a few friends who have gone through the immigration process, and I actually have one who's just recently got married, and they were talking about their most recent, experiences in the interviews, and she was just saying, the process can be grueling and it's very stressful, and they just got married actually this past Saturday, and
oh wow,
it's one of those it's such anxiety for her, leading up to the big day, and it's about the joyous occasion. So it's awesome that you guys are helping couples.
Exactly. It's like, here you are newlyweds, and you have to deal with the worst government bureaucracy ever, and it's super important, because if you don't get it figured out, then you cannot live your lives here in the United States together. So it's a crucial foundation piece for everyone's relationship.
Yep. She just on a personal, she was talking about, I guess they did their separate interviews, and her husband blanked on her father's name, and she's like, oh God, we're not getting it.
Pressure will do that to you. People are like, what's my name? What's my birthday? I don't know. Yeah. And that's why, some people will end up having a lawyer with them in the interview, and we offer that service across the country. But some people feel comfortable with extensive preparation that we provide, and feel comfortable going in themselves. But it's sort of exactly that, what you need to feel comfortable in that situation, which can be pretty intense and high pressured, unfortunately.
Yes, definitely.
But they'll if everything else matches up, you're usually okay.
Yeah, she was stressed, but I think everything went well. So I'm happy to hear that for them.
Good. I'm happy to hear that too.
So what are some things that you're currently working on? We'd love to get a deeper look into your platform and what you're representing.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if they're able to see the website yet, if you have pulled it up, but basically we wanted to make it really clear on the website that we actually offer a range of services depending on what the specific client feels like they need. We don't want people to have to be paying, thousands of dollars for a lawyer for things that they feel they can do themselves. If they're educated and English speaking, there's a lot they can handle on their own, but at the same time, you don't want to screw it up, because it's the most important thing in your life, right? So people can hire us to do everything for them more in the traditional sense, or the main area we've been expanding our services is what we call DIY support. And so basically we have online courses that explain in great detail, have videos of us attorneys explaining how to do everything involved in the case, from preparing the application to what if I need to change my address, how do I track my case, before, during, after. And they're always packaged with attorney supervision. So not only is explaining how to do it, you're uploading through our secure portal your application draft. We're giving you video feedback, having a Skype chat with one of our attorneys in our network to actually make sure that you have what you need. And at any time, they're able to add on, oh, wow, we ran into this that we didn't expect. we just need another 20 minutes with an attorney, or we just want to check this, or we want to have someone come with us to the interview. So right now we're hosting those courses. The packages are hosted through Teachable. So we have our websites kind of linked up to show that also, but that's been our major project over the last year. We've kind of beta tested it. We've extensively beta tested the best way to do that, the most efficient way for our clients. And we've gotten great feedback. People are super excited. They're in control of their own cases, and it significantly drives down the cost of using, like a world-class attorney. So it's really exciting.
That's very exciting. And, that's something that caught my eye when I was looking around on the website, because I personally have never seen that before, like DIY services. And I thought that it was really cool.
Because we invented it. Yay.
I'm like, that's really, like, as you kind of brought up in the beginning, it's a unique approach that you guys are taking. And it's a very unique, as you were saying, kind of makes the client feel like they're hands-on, they're in charge of their destiny.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you guys are educating and, giving them that sense of relief throughout this whole process.
Absolutely. The kind of the guardrails on the process, for sure.
Very cool. So I know that we had the privilege of working on your website with
Yes, thank you so much.
And we loved helping you to get your message out in a clear way, in a professional way. Can you tell us a little bit about your overall experience, working with NGNG Enterprises?
Yeah, it was amazing. We're super happy with the outcome. We've, signed up to have some ongoing services, kind of, we know that certain things will always need tweaked, and we'll want an expert to get in there and fix it so we don't mess up all the beautiful work that you've done. But, along the way, I was particularly really impressed with, there were different sort of video tutorials that we were given, and including some training videos once the website was launched, so that we don't have to get your help with every little, we noticed a typo on this page. We have to go get the web designers to fix it. So we can get in there to some degree ourselves and be putting up content, but all of that's captured there on those videos, which we super appreciated. And in general, it was really great to have the whole team working on it, because I feel like sometimes a risk you run with web designers is they want to make something beautiful, but they don't understand the functionality that you need as a business owner. It's like, we want this to provide the information that our clients need to help them make a decision about whether this is the right service for them, to make it immediately apparent, what is this thing that this company is offering, and is it right for me? And to attract those people who it's exactly what they need, and to repel the people who are like, no, that's totally that's not what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for a different, type of lawyer. I want a patent, like I'm on the wrong website. It should be really clear. So having that focus or that expertise was super helpful.
Well, we are happy to hear that. And, we never take feedback lightly. So we, are so thrilled to hear that you're just ecstatic with the functionality of it. And, websites are such a high performing piece, in your
it's crucial.
company. Yeah. And so it is great to have, a very clear, precise website. And like you said, just someone who can go on the site and say, this is perfect, these are the services, versus, sitting there for 10 minutes and then requesting a consultation only to, be like, okay, this is absolutely
This is not the right place for me. Exactly. Yeah. So, and self-service is so important these days. So it's like, we knew coming in, okay, we want a website that basically people can do what they want to do right away. And they can, if you're in bed with your phone in the middle of the night, I can't be the only one that sometimes does that, right? Like, I can't sleep. Oh, what do I need? I need an immigration lawyer, or whatever you need. And so they can actually go ahead and schedule their own consultation right through the website and everything. So there's a lot of sort of high-tech stuff in there that we really, really appreciated you setting all that up.
Awesome. And I did notice too that, with more of the technology approach, you guys are doing video calls. So being like 100% available regardless of location, time zone, anything. It's really
absolutely
neat that you guys are so available.
Yeah, somebody invented all this great technology. We might as well use it for all aspects of daily life, right? When we can. And it's sort of ironic now with talks of, illness and things like that. It's like, wow, what a perfect time for us to have, we were already moving in that direction, but now it's like we are equipped to completely serve people without having to have them come in or have any concerns about that. So, there are just an incredible number of benefits to being able to use technology like that.
Definitely. So, what would you say to someone who's possibly on the fence? We do have several people in our community who, may not or may have not reached out to us yet, who may be hesitant. What would you say to them?
Well, I think it's, I don't know, this is probably not the answer I'm supposed to give you, but I think that you have to be, but I think it's the answer that you want, which is the truth, right? Where there are times in your business life when you do not have the energy to tackle a project like this. And I'm sure you guys have probably had experiences where maybe someone was going to start and then they just couldn't kind of carry through. And I know that it's important for you to have that final product. So I would say it's important to find the best time to do it. It's really important to have that good website for your company, but you want to make sure that you're prepared in terms of energy and just the ability that, to spend the time you need to devote to it to make it, have a project that you really want it to be. For us, I know that it took us longer than I would say that we hoped, not because of you guys, but it is just so hard to find the time sometimes to spend the time thinking, how do we want this to work? Or we have to write this or that. And the team did give us this really, really great list that was extremely prioritized, which I liked a lot. They were like, number one, just get me this and we'll get started. Just get me this and then we'll continue. And so I just, instead of that overwhelm, but I do think there's something to be said for waiting for the right time for you to be able to invest in creating that for your future. But if you're serious about your business, of course, you're going to need to do this. So you might as well find a reliable company to do it with. So
Thank you. And you are very right. It's one of those, you have to find that perfect balance of, okay, I'm ready, because there's a lot of steps, but when you're ready, it unfolds beautifully. So
exactly. And you don't have to have everything ready all by yourself. You've got such guidance. You just kind of follow the steps, which is great.
well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, what are some of your long-term goals? What are you envisioning, and how can we help get your message out in a bigger way?
Well, we're doing a lot to try to serve our demographic. We really, with all of the kind of immigration stress that's been happening in the United States politics, no matter where you fall on the spectrum of what should be done about it, it's just, the fact remains, it's really bureaucratic and it can be stressful for the people going through the process. So we just envision being able to reach out and serve a large slice of the demographic of married couples or engaged couples who are going through this process and just take away some of their stress. And so we're super excited about that. We will be this summer actually launching a podcast devoted to people who are in international relationships, which is a specific, relationships are always challenging. But when you have that, you're from here, I'm from there, and, international family stuff and cross-cultural issues, there are just a lot of different things that come up. And so we're going to be launching that this summer. We're super excited. So we'll let you know so you can put out hey, the podcast is live once that happens. It's exciting.
Keep us posted, because we'd love to
For
share it
sure.
with our community, and that way people can check it out. As you said, this is a topic that affects so many, and it's such a big priority now. And so we're excited, and I'm excited to tune into that as well. I want to hear, thoughts and, what you guys are doing. So definitely keep us posted.
Wonderful. Yeah. But thank you so much for having us on today. And, we're always, of course, happy to serve as a reference for future clients. I know you guys have an amazing list of all of your portfolio of the work you've done. I think that's a great way to choose. That's one of the reasons we chose, although I did actually meet Amber at a conference and she seemed highly competent. So I thought that was a good sign. But it would, seeing kind of the proof of the pudding is in the eating, as they say, where you can see this is the actual product they've built for other companies. And obviously it'll be customized to your own taste, but it's, you can see that they know how to do that. So probably in good hands.
Well, we appreciate it. We always love positive feedback, and we just love to see happy customers with the finished product. So we do appreciate you coming on today and sharing your experience. I just wanted to also mention, for those of you who are watching, I will be dropping the link to Clare's website in the comments. And then we will stay tuned for her podcast. I'm really excited as that launches in the upcoming months. So I'll make sure to share that with you as well. And in the meantime, if you are someone who is, looking to maybe get some direction, if you're stuck, you can head over to ngngenterprises.com. We do offer our pricing menu right there on the website. Amber and the team do believe in full transparency. That way you go into this with, the mindset and the confidence that this is the right choice for you. We also do offer some marketing assistance if you are looking to help for help in your marketing. You can either teach yourself or one of your team members to do the baseline marketing, which is our program called leverage2scale.com. So I'll also be including those links in the comment section as well. But again, Claire, we really appreciate you coming out today. And, you know, we will see you around and love to keep supporting you. So for the rest of you out there, just remember, no guts, no glory, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.